Hey, it's Paul from howtonetwork.com. I wanted to talk about careers because around half of what I do is helping people use their certifications and skills to actually make money, get a promotion, get into IT, or go freelancing, which is the whole point, I guess, unless you particularly like studying for fun. So I want to concentrate on the number one certification that IT people take, which is still the Cisco CCNA, and what you can do with that certification. Now, this actually applies also, I think, to the CompTIA Network Plus. There's a fair amount of crossover, but the Network Plus is obviously vendor neutral. So, if you've never heard of me, I've written several IT books and run a few IT websites. These are a few of the books, and there's some more coming out. Well, every couple of months a new 101 Labs book comes out. I used to work at Cisco TAC. I've been teaching IT and doing consulting since 2002. Written the books, as I said, started knowing nothing, as I'm sure everyone in IT did or does. The websites I own, I'll talk about this later. Howtonetwork.com is my main website. 101labs.net if you're looking to get hands-on experience, and in 60days.com, which is for CCNA. I've actually borrowed this video off somebody. Please hit the subscribe and smack the bell if you want to get more videos from me and more information like this and more technical stuff and career stuff. Alright, so obviously the first choice and the easiest choice for most of us, and this is what I did, is find something on the help desk. Help desks are good to aim for if you want to get some experience, especially if it's working for a big company, and there's a lot of churn, which means people will come work on the help desk, and for reasons which I'll explain in a minute, they don't hang around a long time. So there's a lot of roles that appear. So ubiquitous, obviously, everyone's got them. They're all over the place. I would aim for 6 months. I joined and I was told I needed to work for 12 months before I got promoted, but I passed my MCSE and CCNA, and I got pulled off into a networking job. So the downside is shifts and weekend work. It might suit you. Shift working does actually suit a lot of people who have it fit in with their family stuff, or for whatever reason. I used to work shifts in the police and on help desk, and I found I could go to the gym when it was nice and quiet, and it just worked well for me. You also normally get a shift allowance, you get extra money. Good if you want to have customer service. Good if you want to have customer service on your resume. Good to make contacts as well within the company and with other people, for example vendors. Don't stay for a long time is my advice. Search on job sites for junior network administrator. Now these normally still pay really well, pretty well, and you'll get your feet wet in the world of IT networking. So you normally do stuff for the experienced team members. You'll take on stuff that they don't want to do. Normally there's training involved. I recommend you work hard and volunteer for extra stuff, so you'll quickly find you get promoted and involved in special projects. Try and get some hands-on, so if possible, follow along with the experienced engineers and have them show you what they're doing and how they do their job. Look for projects to take on, and you'll definitely progress that way. This is the sort of thing you want to do for 12 months. If you can't get promoted with your current company, then look to find another company and go into the actual network admin side of things. Network support's a bit different. It's normally phone related, and it's often considered kind of like a level 2. So help desk will be sending you the keywords for obviously networking and routing and spanning tree and that kind of thing. If you're doing network support on the phone, you'll normally have some network access, but it will be limited. So you'll have limited privileges to go onto routers, switches and servers and that kind of thing. You often are taught common fixes. Now this is a double-edged sword really, because you're learning to fix stuff, but normally it could often be a reboot or a command or getting around a common bug. So you're kind of learning stuff, but it will be for a specific platform. The good thing is you're speaking to customers often, or sometimes help desk ones who aren't the customer, and then you'll be speaking to engineers and getting some good experience there. You can often work with vendors. So for example, if you have a vendor support contract, say for example Cisco, you'll be speaking to Cisco TAC, getting their advice or via phone or email, finding out what solutions are and possibly swapping out equipment. Often shifts and weekend work again might suit you, might not. The other thing is network installer. This is great. You'll often find this is a contract, but for Cisco CCNA level you should be able to install basic routers and switches. You'll often be swapping out. Obviously equipment only has a shelf life of a couple of years now for most companies, so you'll be upgrading either the modules or the entire infrastructure. You'll swap out faulty modules and cables. Often stuff is hot swappable, which means you can pull it out, there'll be a backup unit, then you'll install the new unit and the device will stay up, hopefully. Often work in a big support contract as well. You'll find big companies like Cisco actually outsource their 4-hour or 2-hour support contracts to other companies, for example Unisys, who will have people like you attend site and do the swap. You'll often be used as remote hands, so an experienced engineer will realise that something needs to be swapped or tested. They can't go to the site because they could be miles away or on call, and so you will go and do that. The other thing is cable engineer. I spent a few months working with an experienced cable person. Now this isn't a career that you'll want to stick with for a long time. It's not particularly exciting and rewarding. However, you're getting hands-on experience, you're plugging in cables, doing troubleshooting and working in the guts of the IT infrastructure. You may need to get another certification in cabling. It can often be in a day's course where you'll learn you'll get a qualification on a certain type of cable. Depends where in the world you are. Alright, you'll be using cable testers, all the stuff you read about in your CompTIA Network Plus and A+. You may need to travel and you may need to spend time away from home on remote sites. Just bear it in mind. It can be noisy. You'll often wear a noise cancelling headphones, but if you're in a server room or data center, it can be noisy. Alright, I've already said long term. Networking is sales. Now don't turn your nose up on sales. Sales isn't a like a used car salesperson where you're trying to push things. Now there can be targets. You'll often get a base salary and then you'll get a percentage of a sale and then ongoing residual income. So my friend was only on around £20,000, so say $30,000, but he got about 50,000 in bonuses from all the sales he made. So he was actually on a good income. Selling is fun. You get to build relationships and solve problems for your customers. Obviously, you do it in an ethical way. Selling for IT is generally you ask the customer questions and then you match the technology to whatever their answers are to your questions. So it's not something that has to be sleazy or pushy. Good if you like to build relationships because you'll carry on selling more things to your customers. You'll also be working with vendors and often they will invite you to their headquarters, explain products to you. And also, I don't know if they still do, but Cisco had a sales training qualification, so you could learn about their equipment, and you could, well, if you want, go into network design from that. Exhibitions are great fun. You get to go around all the stalls, eat good food, and learn about new technologies and solutions. It's good fun. You get training from vendors also. All right, so that's all things that will get you your foot in the door. I do actually do the complete job training course on howtonetwork.com. Just all my ideas of how to get your foot in the door, get a good interviews, perform well, get promoted, all that kind of stuff. 5 hours of training. There's some ebooks, loads of tips and notes, and this is all the stuff that I used and I use when I'm coaching people how to get the right job. This is the strategy that worked for me. All right, so you can get 30 days access to the website for $1.
you go to howtonetwork.com, have a look around the site first, and then go to this special URL, which is /YouTube, so I know where you've come from. There's 25, probably more actually, because we've just added a new couple of courses on Linux for beginners. 25 or more courses, loads of practice exams, live Cisco racks, expert support from IT consultants, engineers, and me on the forum. Career training I mentioned, and exam strategy support. So loads of stuff. I hope that helps, and I'll see you on the next video.